The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday starts now.
It's a rainy Friday night. It is high school football. The 6A playoffs underway this evening as the top seed out of 6A District 4, the Male Bulldogs, play host to the 1-9 PRP Panthers out of 6A District 3. Alongside Dion Reese, I'm Nick Curran, Nick Landrum producing the effort, Josh Breeden on camera, braving the elements tonight as rain falling, hopefully tapering off a bit, and hopefully most of the game will be dry, but some rain falling to get this one started. Male at 6-4. 3-0 in the district. PRP 1-9, 0-3 in the district. These two teams matching up for the second time this season. And, playoffs get started. Male coming off a tough loss at Manual, 52-13 last week. They were playing without their quarterback, Jordan Williams, hoping to have him back tonight. We'll see what happens there. PRP defeated at Lexington Christian last Thursday, 49-6. And as we come on the air, a little bit of a developing story for PRP. Pretty low on numbers. Only 20-some-odd guys as they arrive here tonight at Male, so certainly that'll be a big challenge for the Panthers. But Dion, Male, maybe not the regular season, certainly not the Male Manual result they had hoped for last week, but sort of a new season starting tonight and a chance to try to get things rolling here in the playoffs.
Absolutely, and that's always the case in the playoffs. You know, it is a new season. Male has struggled a bit this year, and this is their opportunity. You know what I mean? They've got a regular season behind them, so hopefully they can show up tonight, put some things together, and come out with a big win.
They're certainly hoping to be able to do that. And for PRP, talked about it, low numbers as they get off the bus, already at a little bit of a numbers disadvantage. Not a ton of guys tonight, and obviously a tough regular season for them, 1-9. Just trying to look for some stability in that program and hoping for a good showing here tonight.
Yeah, the good thing is, we only allow 11 on the field at once. Right. You know what I mean? And they've got more than that. So last time they played, it was a pretty sizable margin of a victory for the Bulldogs. But the Panthers played tough, and I would expect them to come out here and give it their all and finish strong.
We'll take a look at how we got here with the district standings for both of these districts. Male out of District 4, obviously on top on that side of it. A big win over Bullitt East a couple of weeks ago to secure the top spot. Fern Creek and Southern following suit. As mentioned, PRP out of the 3rd district in 6A, a 1-9 overall mark for them. They were 0-3 in the district there at the bottom, with St. X on top, and then Manual and North Hardin. So for Male, a win tonight, and they will host the winner of Fern Creek or Manual next week. So a chance for the Bulldogs to have a second playoff home game if they can get a win tonight, and I know that's a big deal.
Oh, obviously that's the goal. It's win or go home now. You know what I mean? So I'm sure the Bulldogs are fired up, and Coach Wolf has got those guys ready to go. And again, they're shooting for a victory tonight.
No doubt the importance of winning the district, a chance to get the home game here next week, perhaps a rematch with Manual. We'll see how things play out. In this one here tonight. Our weather for the evening, it's presented by HKC Roofing. For the best gutter guard on the market, call 502-212-1081 or visit roofyourhouse.com. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. It's, mid-60s. There is some rain. Hopefully it'll be moving out maybe a little bit before game time and hopefully clear the rest of the way. A little right to left breeze. It feels like playoff football tonight. It's like the perfect temperature out.
Absolutely. It's the temperature. It's a little wet, a little messy. You know what I mean? This gives us a chance to see who the real fans are. They come out here, they put something down to keep the seat dry, bring the umbrellas out, and they're ready to cheer on the Bulldogs. So it should be an exciting one tonight. The
real fans out tonight.
Absolutely.
Indeed, here at Male as the Bulldogs play host to PRP in the first round of the playoffs. We'll take a break here on our pregame show. Plenty more to come. Thanks for being with us. You're watching the 6A playoffs on Glycon.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit online at polorealestategroup.com.
Back at Mail, getting set for first-round playoff action. The Bulldogs and the PRP Panthers, unfortunately unable to catch up with either head coach headed into the game tonight. Kenny Walker, in his first season as the head coach at PRP, he's been around a lot, kind of came out of semi-retirement to coach the Panthers this year. Their third head coach in the last 3 seasons, so just trying to add some stability to that program. Formerly coached at Shawnee, long time at Atherton, a couple of stints at Shawnee, played at Atherton, served in the United States Army, and a guy that, a program that was 2-9 last year and a head coaching change, and Coach Walker trying to lend some stability to this program and sort of just get its footing back and maybe some building blocks this year in his first season.
Yeah, and I believe he's doing that. I mean, it takes a lot. There's not a ton of support over there for him right now. Again, they've had some struggles the last few years, and so he's in there, pouring into those guys and trying to show them how to play football, be good young men, and I'm sure he's setting a great example over there. And it can be tough coaching, but I think he's hopefully putting some things in place that they can build on and have some success in the future.
You take a look at some of the highlights of the season. Their last 3 games have obviously been tough. Mentioned the loss last week at Lexington Christian, a loss at home to St. X. That dominant program took a loss to Manual with 54 points on them a few weeks ago. The one win for PRP came in overtime against a rival in Butler. And, that is a big deal. That's a big game, certainly out on Dixie Highway. It was a 26-20 win back on September 19th. And so I know that a season highlight for those guys to have been able to beat their rival and go on the road and do it at Butler.
No doubt about it. That was a big win. I mean, to be quite honest, if you ask them, there was one they wanted to have or, bragging rights and, some little social media swag, was probably that Butler game. So kudos to Coach Walker and the Panthers for that victory.
We mentioned not exactly sure who PRP has tonight, not a ton of guys that have made the trip. They do like a sophomore quarterback. Deontay Bass saw him in this game against Mail earlier in the season when these two teams met. That was back in September, on September 26th. And he's a guy that heard Coach Walker talking that he likes quite a bit. Hopefully he did make the trip and will be on the field tonight. But only a sophomore and maybe somebody that could be a building block for the future of this program.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I like Deontay Bass. You know what I mean? He was really one of the guys who was shining last time they came out here to play the Bulldogs. And, again, he plays much more mature than his sophomore years, say. So hopefully he's able to address, and because if he is, they have a much better chance of trying to pull out a victory tonight.
Yeah, we'll see if he is out there as the light rain continues to fall here at Veterans Memorial Stadium tonight, Maxwell Field. PRP and Male opening up 6A playoff action this evening. We'll take a break. More to come on our pregame. Thanks for being with us. The playoffs kicking off tonight here at Male. You're watching 6A playoff football on Glycon.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training. The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something in school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com. Celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Blind Direct, not just blinds. Blind Direct, not just blinds.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycon.
Louisville Football Friday rolling on here. The 6A playoffs, Male hosting PRP in the first round tonight. Time for an inside look into tonight's game. It's presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best in home decor? At Blinds Direct, they offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more. Proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for more. Dion, we'll start with the visitors. A shorthanded PRP team tonight. What are you looking for from them?
Well, first of all, I want to say that, there's really no way to sugarcoat this. It's probably going to be a tough night for the Panthers. They're giving up 53 points a game. The offense is scoring 6 points a game. So, one of the first things they're going to have to do is establish the run. They got to keep that male offense off the field, and the way to do that is to be able to establish the run. And again, because they're only scoring 6 points per game, they're going to need points from everywhere, including the defense. So, hopefully they can, create some turnovers, kick the ball loose, get an interception, just something to get that defense in the end zone. And last and certainly not least, limit the big plays. When the Bulldogs are out there, make them earn it, make them grind it out. You don't want them coming out on the field and, after 2 plays, they're scoring, 80-yard touchdowns or anything. So those are going to be some keys. Plus, they're going to need a few things to go their way if the Panthers are going to win tonight.
No question. And speaking of big plays, that first meeting between the two teams gave up an 80-yard kick return touchdown to Sterling Davidson on the opening kick. So try to limit things like that. That obviously got PRP off to a bad start in September.
Absolutely.
How about for Mail here at home tonight? What are you looking for from them?
For the male Bulldogs, I think it's really kind of a simple game plan. I do think that they need to start fast and stay focused. Because the Panthers haven't had much success this season, I think it's important that you jump on them and get on them early and let them know that, hey, nothing's changed. It's going to be like it's always been, and it's going to be a long night. So the longer you let them kind of hang around, the more confidence they get, and that could end up being some trouble for the Bulldogs in the long run. So, and again, for the most part, they've got the Panthers outmatched, so the Bulldogs almost have to beat themselves tonight. So, again, if they can start fast, stay focused, and they need to protect the football. You can't come out here giving them the PRP extra opportunities, and keep the penalties down. Just a nice, clean, disciplined game by the Bulldogs should allow them to come away with the victory.
Certainly always want to keep those penalties down. Mail has won 22 straight in the series, leading the all-time series against PRP 23-1. Reminder, this broadcast is copyrighted by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the KHSAA and Glycod are prohibited. We'll take a break here on our pregame. We'll come back with more. You're watching the 6A High School Football Playoffs on Glycod.
Not just blind. Blind Direct, not just blind.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.semin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy and Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycon.
Back here at Mail, the Bulldogs hosting PRP first round of the playoffs here tonight. As mentioned, unable to catch up with the head coaches tonight. Chris Wolf has had a magnificent run, obviously, in his 16th season at Mail. And the Bulldogs come in off that loss to Manual, but a strong performance and getting a big win against Bullitt East a couple of weeks ago to clinch first place in the district and the district title. Went over Fern Creek a couple of games ago. And Bulldogs, the blip at Manual, hoping to see a little bit of Jordan Williams here tonight, but hoping to kind of get things back on track after getting a big win against Bullitt East a couple of weeks ago to clinch the district title.
Yeah, I just got a little bit of an inside scoop from Dad. I think Jordan is going to come out there for at least a few series and, said he wants to just kind of get loosened up and just get a feel for the game before they pull him out of there. So it'll be exciting to see him, that young man, get to come out here and play a little football tonight. I don't know. It's one of the Males, the Bulldogs, one of their struggles this year is just really consistency. In little spurts, we see greatness and then we kind of see it flatten out. So that's where Coach Wolf comes in, gathering those guys up, getting their energy up, motivating them, make sure they got the right game plan in place, and hopefully they can come out tonight and execute.
We'll see if they can get it done as Mail try to move on to a second round home playoff game next week against either Fern Creek or Manual. It was a Bulldog team that gets the district championship. We'll take a break here on our pregame. We'll come back with more. We'll look back on the first meeting between these two teams on the other side here from Mail. You're watching 6A High School football on Glycon.
Red Ball Recycling is Southern Indiana's #1 recycling choice for a reason. We offer top dollar for all scrap metal. We can buy steel, copper, aluminum, brass, junk cars, and more. Call or stop by Red Ball Recycling and turn your scrap metal into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com Celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Getting set for Mail and PRP here tonight from Veterans Memorial Stadium. This will be the second meeting of the year between these two teams. Back on September 26th here, it was Mail picking up a 57-8 win over PRP. We talked about Jordan Williams. He was 5 for 5 in that game. He only threw 5 passes, but 4 of them were for touchdowns. We haven't talked about Savion Vaughn, the wideout. He in that game, he caught 3 balls, all for touchdowns. It was, and we talked about it earlier, Steron Davidson returned the opening kick 80 yards for a touchdown. Really from the jump, it was a dominant Mail performance back in September. Yeah, no doubt about it. They got on top of him pretty quick. Like you said, Savion came out and took the kickoff back, if I'm not mistaken, and just busted that thing wide open. But I will say this, even though it was 57-8, that's pretty deceiving. You look at that, you're like, oh, they just ran all over them. They really didn't run all over them. PRP, they came out, they fought, and I would expect the same thing, some tough, gritty play, and Coach Walker's going to have these guys ready tonight. The one PRP score in that game was a 96-yard touchdown throw and catch, Deontay Bass and DeAndre Allen. So PRP was able to hit a big play and sort of hang tough in that. And I know hoping to show that sort of competitive spirit here tonight in the playoffs. Absolutely. They're going to need some of that. Again, they've struggled on offense, so they're going to need some big plays on offense, some big plays on defense. And they've got the guys to do it. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of kind of putting things together and some things swinging their way tonight. We'll see what happens as the playoffs underway. A new season gets going here tonight. Mail and PRP in the first round of the Kentucky 6A playoffs. We'll take a break. Opening kick is coming up next. You're watching Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say, Holy Smokes! Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy Smokes!
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. From Glycod, it's UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. UA Local 502 and the Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky. We do it right the first time. Tonight's game is brought to you by Red Ball Recycling, your premier metal recycling solution. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. German American Bank, building our community since 1910. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Anderson's Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. And by Interstate Batteries and Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday.
Getting set to go from Veterans Memorial Stadium here in Mail. First round of the 6A playoffs. The Bulldogs hosting the PRP Panthers. Alongside Dion Reese, I'm Nick Curran. Nick Landrum producing things tonight. And Josh Breeden still out there on camera. Hopefully, the rain looks like it is mostly tapered off. If it's falling at all, it's just a mist now. Easy for us to say here inside. But hopefully, it is all but gone out there. Look like Mail won the toss, will receive to start it. So the Bulldogs will try to jump on top early like they did in the first meeting of the year between these two teams that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I believe you're right about the weather as well. It looks like the umbrellas have come down, the poncho hoods have come off, so looks like we're ready for some football at this point. So, yeah, again, obviously that's the game plan. That was one of my keys, for the Bulldogs to start fast, stay focused. So I know they're going to try to come out here and jump on PRP and try to end this thing early.
The freshman kicker for PRP, Eli Fresh, will kick it away for the Panthers, who wear white with the black helmets, the black numbers. As you watch this one, PRP will be kicking left to right. Mail in the purple unis per usual, the gold numerals and gold helmets. They'll be moving right to left to get things started here tonight. And Steron Davidson took that kickoff back in the first meeting. He'll be back to return the kick here for the Bulldogs, the senior. And committed to Austin P. Fresh ready to kick it away. Playoffs underway for both of these teams here tonight.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have a few guys that can take it to the house, so PRP better be on the game on this kickoff.
And it's a short kick by Fresh. It is knocked around to the 40. The Bulldogs dive on it, so PRP pulling out all the stops there, maybe trying to pull one out, but Mail able to fall on it. It'll have good field position to start it off.
I like the call by Coach Walker. Keep it out of those guys' hands. We just talked about how many dangerous guys they got that can take it to the house anytime they touch the ball. So I like the game plan and the start for the Panthers.
Well, it's 1st and 10 Mail from its own 40-yard line. It is Jordan Williams, the senior quarterback, who is on the field to start the game, as we talked about. 818 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the season. Has had a very nice year. And after not being able to play last week against Manual, leads the team back on the field here tonight. Takes the snap, hands it off, and a lot of room. Bouncing it all the way to the outside, Tyson Kensel gets into PRP territory, gets to the 40-yard line, slung down by Calvin Mitchell of PRP, but it's a pickup of about 20 yards and a first down for Mail.
Like you said, they did bring Williams out, had him start the game, so he starts off the game in the shotgun and just steps back, nice and easy, hands it to Kensel, and Kensel does what Kensel's been doing all year, is make big plays, and big gain to start the game for the Bulldogs.
Junior's now over 300 yards on the year with 3 touchdowns. 1st and 10 Mail, they mark it at the PRP 39-yard line. Williams out of the shotgun, 3 wideouts to the right, 1 over to the left is Davidson. Looking to throw, lofts it down the left side for Davidson. A little underthrown, but it is incomplete. It was a pass a little bit underthrown, and a nice play there in the defensive backfield. Looked like DeAndre Allen able to break it up.
Yeah, he was able to break that up, and I had my eye on Jordan Williams. It looks like he's moving around pretty good back there tonight, so that's a good sign for the Bulldogs. But, again, like you said, they want to try to get on top of him quick, and so they go for the long pass downfield, but just not able to get it to him.
There was a flag down there, and it was pass interference against PRP. So an underthrown ball, but it helps lead to the pass interference call. So Mail will have it 1st and 10 from the PRP 24.
Yeah, we talked about this for the Bulldogs, but the Panthers need to make sure that they're limiting on their penalties as well.
Williams out of the gun. Hands it for Kensel running right. Cuts it up the middle. Has space. Gets inside the 10. He'll take it in. Touchdown Bulldogs. Tyson Kensel from 24 yards out. And Mail strikes first here tonight, less than a minute in.
Kensel got such great vision. That play was actually designed to go to the right, and Kensel, he looked over to the right. There wasn't much there. He saw a seam to the left, was stopped on a dime, and before you know it, he is in the end zone. So great start for the Bulldogs.
55 seconds off the clock, 3 plays, and Mail on the board first here tonight. And now Seth Henson will attempt the extra point. The senior, 25 for 26 in extra point attempts on the year. He's been really good. boots this one through. And with an 11:03 left in the opening quarter, Mail out to a 7-0 lead over PRP. We'll break. PRP gets the ball for the first time when we come back here on Glycott.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, always one step ahead. And Blinds Direct, your window decoration specialists.
7-0 Mail. 55 seconds, 3 plays to take it in. Tyson Kinzel from 24 yards out. And now Seth Henson will boot it away for the Bulldogs. Kevin Mitchell, the junior, deep to return for PRP.
Yeah, Henson's known for putting these through the back of the end zone.
And he's working with the wind as he boots it here. And that one sails into the end zone indeed for a touchback. And so...
Yeah, you talked about Henson and his accuracy earlier. He was actually the first guy out. You know, that's not just happening on its own. He was the first guy out kicking this evening.
1st and 10 PRP from its own 20-yard line. Again, not a ton of Panthers made the trip here tonight, and not sure if their normal quarterback is here. And it
Deontay Bass, is he?
Does not look like that he is. Shotgun and movement before the snap, and we have a flag down.
I'm not sure I saw any movement. Not quite sure what that flag was about.
They're going to wave the flag off, so no penalty. I think it might be Keenan McGill, the junior, who is lining up at quarterback. We'll see if we can figure that out. Takes the snap, hands it off, fumble in the exchange, and Mail says they have it, and the Bulldogs do. So a fumble on the first play by PRP. Mail able to fall on it and take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, and all the things that the Panthers don't need to happen are happening here early. They're starting the shotgun, run a guy in motion, and just a simple handoff. But there was enough pressure by the Bulldogs that they just disrupted and was able to knock it out of his hands and recover the fumble. So short field for the Bulldogs here.
I believe it was Avery Farrell who fell on it. So it'll be 1st and 10 Mail from the PRP 17-yard line. Excellent field position here for the Bulldogs. We're just over a minute in. Mail has scored, has forced a turnover, and now takes over from deep in PRP territory. And it is Jordan Williams back out there. Second series. Tyson Kinzel lines up behind him in a pistol formation. Has the snap, fakes the handoff. Williams rolls left, lofts a pass. It's caught at the 10, along the sideline, front left corner. Forced out of bounds just shy of the end zone. It was Jesse Jones, the tight end, on the catch. The tight end able to make his 12th catch of the year, almost had his 4th touchdown, but they mark him out at the 1-yard line.
I just knew he was going to get in the end zone on that catch. But, again, Jordan rolls out to the left, finds Jesse out there wide open and just short of making it into the end zone. It looks like we got a Panther down in the end zone as we speak.
Yeah, Jones, the sophomore, just able to be kept out. An injured Panther will take a break. 7-0 Mail here early in the first quarter on Glycott.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German-American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German-American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Back in Mail, 7-0 Bulldogs. Injured Panther is to his feet and walking toward the PRP sideline under his own power, which is good to see.
Yeah, that's great to see. He's not limping or anything, and, he looks pretty comfortable. Probably just took a shot and needed a second to kind of gather himself.
That might be the sophomore Tristan Hall. It's really hard to read these PRP numbers, that black against the white with not much of an outline. First and goal, Male from the 1-yard line. Kenzel lines up in the pistol behind Williams. The snap, the handoff. Kenzel hit in the backfield and dropped. PRP got a nice push up front that time, and it was Daniel Oliver, the sophomore, able to bring down Kenzel for a loss.
No, that was a great push. They need more of that. They went to that handoff to Kenzel out of the pistol, and that's normally money for the Bulldogs. But great job by the Panthers on getting some pressure back there and getting Kenzel down right there at the line of scrimmage.
Loss of 2 yards. It's second and goal from the 3. Williams out of the shotgun. Kenzel lines up in the backfield to his left. Wide receiver to either side. Williams fakes the handoff, keeps it this time, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Male.
Yeah, he fakes it to Kenzel. Kenzel was going to the right, and he pulled it back and kept it and ran to the left itself and was able to get into the end zone. And, again, just more good news for the Bulldogs. Williams is looking pretty good out there. I don't see a limp, and he's looking pretty mobile for a guy who was a little banged up.
Yeah, testing it out right there on the run and look good.
Yeah, I think he's ready to go.
Seth Henson back on for the point after. Good. Well, it's the snap a little low. Davidson has to pick it up. The holder rolling out. He throws it in the end zone, and it is incomplete. Steron Davidson, the holder, had to try to deal with a low snap, could not complete it. So the 2-point try, no good, but still a 13-0 Male lead. A pair of 3-play drives for the Bulldogs, and they're off to a very fast start here tonight.
Absolutely, and they needed that. Again, scoring those 2 quick touchdowns will really have an effect on the Panthers and just their confidence in this game tonight. So, again, botched snap on the extra point, and Davidson tried to make something out of it, but just wasn't able to connect with anyone in the end zone.
Henson to boot it away. It's Mitchell back to return for PRP once again. And you look over to that PRP sideline. Not many guys standing over there with the 11 on the field. Maybe 11 more over on the sideline. Not a deep team tonight for the Panthers. As the ball falls off the tee there for Henson, trying to remark it up.
Looks like Henson's got a little bit of wind to his back again, so I'm sure he's going to try to kick this one out of the back of the end zone as well.
Was able to do that on the first one. Keeps this one a little lower, and it rolls through the end zone for a touchback. So PRP will once again start at its own 20-yard line.
Yeah, great start for the Bulldogs. Hopefully the Panthers can come out and settle some and start to gain some momentum on offense. We talked about the keys. They need to be able to move the ball on the ground. So hopefully they can take care of the ball and actually get some progress during this drive.
I believe it is Keenan McGill who is kind of running quarterback here for PRP. Not sure how much of that he's done this year. Out of the shotgun. One running back there with him. And they fumbled it again on the exchange. Diving on it, big pile up at around the 15. Male signaling that it has it, and the Bulldogs have it again. Another fumble, same way in the handoff exchange. Maybe some inexperience back there. It leads to another fumble, and Male gets it right back.
Yeah, really, really tough start for the Panthers, and I was going to go right there. You're really seeing the effects of not having your starting quarterback in there tonight. So, we got a new quarterback. The weather's a little damp out here tonight, and it's really making for a tough time for that Panthers offense.
So Male gets it at the PRP 16-yard line. 1st and 10. Had it at the 17 for the last drive. This time the Bulldogs get it at the 16. Williams back out there for his 3rd series.
Yeah, we've seen way too much of this Bulldog offense in this first few minutes of the game.
Christian White lines up back there to his left. Often that means they're going to throw. Here it is. Williams looking to throw. Fires it in the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Steron Davidson, the senior, brings in his second touchdown catch of the season.
He's tough, man. He's tough. Again, nice throw by Jordan Williams on that, but really great post corner route by Davison. And, Williams put it right where it needed to be, and 6 more points for the Bulldogs.
They've run 7 plays offensively. They've scored 3 touchdowns. And now it is Seth Henson again to attempt the point after. Good snap this time. The hold down. The kick is good. And now with 9:52 left in the opening quarter, it is Male 20 and PRP nothing. As the Bulldogs have run 7 plays, they've scored 3 touchdowns. PRP has fumbled it on each of its first 2 offensive plays, and we're just over 2 minutes in, and Male already with a 3-score lead.
Yeah, really, really tough start. We knew it could get bad. It wasn't this bad, to be honest, the first time they played. But, again, like I said, they don't have Deontay tonight, and can't hold on to the ball on the offense. So, really tough start for the Panthers.
So it'll be Henson to boot it away again for Male, and it is Mitchell to return for PRP.
I was going to say they need to be on the sideline, getting some snaps, but, both of those guys are probably out on the return team.
That's right.
It's really tough when your numbers are short like that.
Yeah, just a really tough situation for PRP here tonight, and kudos to the guys that have shown up to get out there and try to compete in this one.
Absolutely.
Henson ready to boot it away. Male 95-37 in the playoffs going back to 1964, trying to notch another win. And the kick into the end zone for a touchback. So for the third time in as many drives, PRP starts at its own 20-yard line.
Yeah, hopefully they can settle down, and, the center and the quarterback need to have a conversation like, come on now, I know we've taken, hundreds of snaps this week. We need to get the ball in the quarterback's hands so we can try to make something happen.
See if they can do that this time.
Yeah, tough start for the Panthers so far.
Again, tough to tell. I think it is Keenan McGill who is playing as the quarterback tonight. Lines up in the shotgun. Wide out to his left. It's Carmelo Blaine back there. One man in motion. And now they're going to run out to the right. There's a throw, and it's intercepted. It's picked off. There's Davidson down the sideline. He's into the end zone for a touchdown, a pick 6 for Steron Davidson. And Male adds to its lead.
Wow, this is really getting out of hand early. Is that 3 plays, 3 turnovers?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Wow, yeah, you're not going to win a game that way. And he also needs to understand, he's probably got 2 steps and he's got to get rid of that ball. There's just way too much pressure up front for him to, to hold on to the ball that long. But I know he probably didn't have many options downfield, and it's easy for me to say up in the booth. But, again, just a tough start for the Panthers tonight.
So Davidson with a touchdown catch, then on the next snap gets a pick 6. Here's Henson on to attempt the point after. He boots this one through. And with 9:43 left in the opening quarter, it is 27-0 Male. Just about as dominant a start as you could have if you're the Bulldogs. And we talked about just how shorthanded this PRP team is, and unfortunately that has shown up. As you said, 3 plays, 3 turnovers, a couple of fumbles, and now a pick 6.
I actually looked up at the time and then the score, and I thought, hold on, is it second quarter already? No, this is the first quarter. We've only been playing a few minutes, and they're down 27-0. I guess on the flip side for the Bulldogs, they couldn't ask for a better start. So,
yeah, trying to eliminate any sort of thoughts of coming out not sharp tonight. They've been very sharp after the loss to Manual last week, and off to a fast start in this playoff game. Not even 2.5 minutes in, already a 27-0 lead.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs need this. Whoever, and there's a good chance it'll be Manual, but they're going to need all the momentum they can get next week.
That one sails over the head of Mitchell into the end zone. Another touchback. So again, PRP starts 1st and 10 at its own 20-yard line.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to turn this ball over this play. No way.
Yeah, that's step number one. Tried something different last time after kind of fumbling in the exchange the first 2 times.
Right.
Tried to throw it and just, and unfortunately it went the other way.
Yeah, probably would have been in his best interest to take a sack. There's just nothing there. I mean, this Bulldog defense has been one of the highlights of the team this year, to be quite honest. They've had a solid season.
Looks like Mitchell's going to be a quarterback this time, and he has played a little bit of quarterback this year, so he'll line up in the shotgun. And they give it running right, and not much room there. A big hit laid by the Male defense. I think that was Tristan Hall on the carry, and he was met quickly for no gain.
Yeah, again, there was a host of Bulldogs standing in the backfield before he even got the ball. As soon as they handed it to him, the Bulldogs were right there. You know, they blew the whistle. They didn't even have to take him down. There were so many Bulldogs surrounding him, they couldn't even get him to the ground.
Mitchell again lines up in the gun. He's got Kevordre Ballard, the junior, to his left, and Ja'Cory Ferguson to his right. They give to Ferguson, trying to get space up the middle. He's slung down right at the line of scrimmage. A couple of Bulldogs in on the stop, and again, it'll be no gain. Christian White was on the bottom of that pile, and it'll bring up they'll give him a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Ja'Cory, I was just about to say, he had a lot of momentum. He's running the ball hard. I mean, the Bulldogs are just getting way too much pressure. The Panthers are going to have to be able to stop some of that pressure by the Bulldog offense if they're going to be able to move the ball tonight.
Mitchell out of the gun. Flips it behind him. Ferguson trying to collect it. Looked like he was going to try to throw. Has to take off running instead. Gets to the 20. Dodges a tackle along the sideline. Brought down short of the first down. He picked up about 7 yards before he was brought down by Camden Chee, the sophomore linebacker for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Ja'Cory actually turned what looked like was going to be one of the biggest losses of the night into one of the biggest gains for the PRP Panthers. Made a couple of guys miss, broke a couple of tackles, and was able to get the Panthers their first down.
I thought he was going to be short, but they mark him at the 31, so it's going to be a pickup of 10 yards and a first down for PRP.
And he earned all 10 of those yards.
No doubt. That was a tough run. So it'll be Mitchell out of the gun again with Ballard in the backfield to his left. Those pair of wing backs. This is pretty much the set you see from PRP. And trickeration here. There's the handoff, and nothing there as Male able to break through. I believe it was, once again, Hall on the carry, and he was met in the backfield and dropped for a loss.
Yeah, there were a host of Bulldogs, and I like the play call. I mean, they had executed it well, except for keeping the Bulldogs out of the backfield. That play actually has some potential. Again, if you can block those guys up front, and the Panthers are struggling to do that right now.
It's a loss of 3, 2nd and 13 from the Panthers' own 28-yard line.
Yeah, again, I like the play call. The Panthers got some nice athletes back there. They're running the ball hard, just really struggling to keep those Bulldogs out of their backfield.
Mitchell out of the gun. Play clock might be winding down a little bit here. It is. Down to 10 seconds. Mitchell, high snap, brings it in. He'll keep it. Slips one tackle, but there are more waiting, and he's brought down. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, but not much there for Calvin Mitchell.
Yeah, that pressure is just overwhelming right now. They just can't block anybody up front, and that's going to make for a really, really, really long night.
3rd and 13 from the Panthers' own 28. This is the longest drive of the night. This will be the 6th play of this drive. Longest drive for either team.
Well, on the positive side, they've been able to, keep up with the ball for these last few plays here, and they got a first down out of this drive. So, they're gaining a little bit of momentum, I'll say.
Yeah, some positivity there for the PRP side.
Mm-hmm.
Mitchell with a couple back there with him out of the gun. He's got 2 guys to his right. He takes the snap. He'll run it to the right. avoids the first tackle, gets across the 30, and dives forward near the 34-yard line. So Mitchell on the keeper, able to pick up about 4 or 5 yards, but well short of the first down. It'll be 4th down.
And a great run by Mitchell, but I want to, tip my hat to the Panthers offensive line. They actually gave them, just a little bit of breathing room to try to make something happen on that play. And, they got one of the more positive gains of the game so far.
Looks like they are going to send the punt team on. It'll be Eli Fresh, the freshman kicker, to boot it away for the Panthers. And we see Steron Davidson deep to return for Mail.
Yeah, this could get ugly for a couple of different reasons.
Oh, and it's a fake. They snap it to the up man. Ferguson trying to pick up yardage. Lost the ball as he went down. It's loose. It's not going to matter who recovered it. It's 4th down anyway. Mail able to stop him short. And so Mail will take over. 1st and 10 again, deep in PRP territory, this time at the 34-yard line.
I love the call, though. Great call. Again, just the thing that's giving them trouble is just not being able to block anybody up front. But, fake punts and, and trick plays. And, they're going to need a bunch of that if they're going to try to come back and make this game anywhere near competitive.
Was a little surprised they were punting, honestly. And then it turns out they weren't.
They weren't punting. Yeah, I was surprised myself at that.
And now new quarterback in for Mail. The handoff goes straight ahead across the 30. Wrapped up there is Courtney Jones, the junior, with a tough run. He gets down inside the 25 to the 24. He'll pick up about 10 yards on a 1st down.
Yeah, really tough run by Jones. He didn't want to go down for anything. He's brought some fresh legs in, and Jones with a really solid run to start the game for him.
Leon Melvin, the sophomore, into the game at quarterback for Mail. He threw for a touchdown last week at Manual. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Jones. This time keeps it, runs straight ahead, has room along the numbers, back inside the 10 to the 7 before he is slung down by Calvin Mitchell. A nice pickup of about 17 yards for Melvin and another Mail 1st down.
Yeah, Melvin's had a great season himself. I mean, coming in behind Jordan Williams, he's always been productive. You talked about last week, he threw a touchdown, and to be quite honest, there's quite a few teams he would be starting on if he was there. That kid's got some talent.
Yeah, and as mentioned, only a sophomore, so set up well, looking ahead for Mail into future years. They marked this at the 8, so it's 1st and goal. Give him 16 yards on that run. Lines up in the gun. White in the backfield to his left. Melvin wants to throw. Fires it left side. It is caught right near the goal line. Stopped short is Davidson. He's wrestled out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So give him 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, Davidson's, he's living in the end zone tonight.
Sure is.
But, that was another one of Melvin's, just Leon Melvin's talents, man. He's got a nice arm. He's got a nice touch on that ball, put it right where it needed to be, and just short of the end zone.
They mark it at the 1, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line, a pickup of 7. Melvin out of the gun. Jones in the backfield to his right. Jones gets the carry, finds a seam, takes it in. Touchdown Mail. Courtney Jones from 1 yard out.
Yeah, another good run by Courtney Jones. And, the sad news, bad news for the Panthers that even though you got some second-string guys in here, they're just as talented. So Panthers still have their hands full even with this second unit in for the Bulldogs.
The junior Jones with his 2nd touchdown run of the season. And now Mail will go for 2 here.
Looks like they're trying to get that running clock started early, I guess.
Yeah. It'll be Melvin out of the gun, hands it to Jones. Jones across the goal line into the end zone. The 2-point try is good.
Yeah, they're really looking good. I mean, again, Courtney Jones, really good start for him. 2-point conversion there. He's got the touchdown. Another big run on this drive. Leon Melvin looking really good. So that Bulldog offense is really, really looking good tonight and got these Panthers on their heels.
It's a 35-0 Male lead with 3:30 to go in the opening quarter. We will keep it right here as Seth Henson getting set to boot it away for the Bulldogs. Mitchell deep to return again for PRP. Almost to that running clock here for Male.
Henson may have been doing the Panthers a favor, kicking it through the back of the end zone.
And he is going to boot this one. Mitchell fields it just shy of the goal line, going to look for a return. Bounces outside, avoids a tackle, has some speed along the numbers 30, bust 3, there goes Mitchell down the right sideline. He's not going to be caught. 10-5, touchdown PRP.
Wow.
Calvin Mitchell from right at the goal line, 99 yards for the touchdown.
And that was a great run, and it just really speaks to how dangerous these Panthers can be. They've got several guys with some speed and, really tough to get to the ground if you can get them some open field. And he was able to break a couple of tackles, and before you know it, it was a foot race, and he won it. So touchdown by the Panthers, and exactly what they needed.
And I beg your pardon, the running clock is already in effect, so it runs, but Mitchell busts the kickoff return for the touchdown. And now PRP on the board, and we'll look to tack on an extra point. It's Fresh, the freshman, on to try it. Well, it was a big play in the first meeting for PRP's only score was a 96-yard pass and catch, and here a 99-yard kickoff return. Kick is blocked and no good, so 35-6, the Male lead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I guess if the Panthers are going to do it, they're going to do it big, nothing but, 80 and 90-yard touchdowns. But, yeah, and hats off to the Panthers. And was that Mitchell on that touchdown? Yeah,
it was,
yeah. Calvin Mitchell. Yeah, that wasn't the Bulldogs falling asleep. That was actually a great kickoff return by Mitchell.
He showed some really good speed there down the sideline.
And to be quite honest, I can see it on the offensive side. He just can't get going. If they could just get him a little bit of breathing room, he might be able to make something happen for him.
Clock moving, time winding down here in the first quarter. Inside a minute and a half left. Fresh will boot it away for PRP. And Davidson back to return for Male, along with Tyson Mims, the senior.
I think I might go onside again if I'm PRP. There we go.
They do. Goes the 10 yards. Oh, there's a shot at it, but that was nicely played by the up man for Male. That looked like it was going to be a great chance for the Panthers to recover it. I think it was Kamari Hayes that brought it in for Male, and the Bulldogs have it 1st and 10 from just inside their own territory at the 47.
Yeah, you can't ask for a much better kick, you know what I mean? It took that one bounce that you need, and PRP just that was really more the Male Bulldogs having some good hands out there and being able to bring that ball in and get it to the ground.
From their own 47, 1st and 10. Just 20 seconds left in this first quarter and the clock running. It's like shotgun formation here. Handoff and room. There goes Kenzel back in there. He accelerates into PRP territory. Gets to the 40-yard line. Ferguson wrestled him down after the pickup of 13. And that is how the first quarter comes to an end. After one, Male out in front of PRP. The Bulldogs lead 35-6. Second quarter coming up next. It's the Kentucky High School Football Playoffs on Glycott.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Strong first quarter for Mail, 35-6. The Bulldogs lead PRP as we head to quarter number 2. Switch ends, and the Bulldogs trying to keep things rolling. Tyson Kenzel able to pick up a nice gain, and they mark it at the 41 of PRP. It's 1st and 10 there. There's a fake handoff, and now a throw. A third quarterback for Mail fires it deep downfield. Wide open, it is caught. Into the end zone goes James Clark, the senior, for the touchdown.
Wow. Big play by the Bulldogs. I mean, just ran a slant route deep across the middle of the field, and who was that in the quarterback?
That was Jansen Brumley, junior, with a really nice ball.
Wow, really, really nice ball. He put that ball right where it needed to be, right in the pocket, and Bulldogs able to bring it in for the touchdown.
It goes 41 yards. And now Davidson to hold the point after. Attempt from Seth Henson. Mail showing everything here tonight. The kick on the way. It is good. And with about 11 minutes left in the first half, 42-6, the Mail lead. We'll break. We're back with more from Mail here on Glycod.
You want the right agents for your real estate? Choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.semin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Seth Henson to boot it away, 42-6, the Mail lead. And, here's Henson to kick it. Mitchell returned the kick for the touchdown last time. This time it bounces by him into the end zone. So PRP will take over 1st and 10 at its own 20. Dion, just really bad circumstances for PRP tonight. We mentioned shorthanded, and also doesn't help them with the Mail kind of licking their wounds off a loss at Manual last week. The Bulldogs obviously out to try to get that out of their minds, and I don't know that that's helping PRP's cause tonight.
Well, the Bulldogs have come out strong, but, 21 of these points Panthers have given to them.
True.
They've been short fields, almost less than 10 yards for them to get into the end zone. So if they could just hold on to the ball, this game will be a lot more competitive.
It will be Mitchell hanging in at the quarterback spot. They picked up a first down, able to move the ball a little bit with him back there last time. This time the handoff goes to Ballard running right, has room down the right sideline. There goes Ballard past midfield, stumbles ahead and tumbles inside the 35. How about that run by Cavordre Ballard, the junior, able to rip off a big one on first down.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself that they were going to try to keep it in Mitchell's hands. He had ran the kickoff back. I'm like, hey, let him do something with it. Again, the PRP Panthers showing that they got some talent on their side of the ball as well. So huge gain.
They mark it at the 43 of Mail, but still a really nice pickup. 37 yards on first down. 1st and 10 PRP from the 43. Mitchell in the gun. That wing to either side. Believe it's Ballard back in the backfield to his right. High snap. Mitchell brings it in, kind of covers it up and gets away from a tackle. Runs ahead and gets something positive before he is stacked up by a host of Mail defenders. Got inside the 41, near the 40-yard line. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on what will look like it could have been a busted play.
Oh, no doubt about it. Mitchell does a great job of turning or getting something out of nothing, because like they have been all night, the Bulldogs are all in the backfield as soon as the ball is hiked, and Mitchell was actually able to get a positive gain on that. So nice run by that young man.
Give him 2 yards to the 41, makes it 2nd and 8. Clock moving, under 8 minutes left in the first half. 42-6 Mail. First round of the playoffs here tonight.
That was a tough 2 yards.
It sure was. It is Mitchell out of the gun. This time Ballard splits wide to the left. We see a 5-wide set from PRP. First time I think we've seen that tonight. Mitchell takes the snap, hands it off to the man in motion running right, cuts it up along the numbers, has a first down to the 30-yard line of Mail. That's DeAndre Allen, the junior, with a nice run, gets about 11 yards and has a first down. Give him 10 to the 31.
Yeah, I like the play call. Just spread them out, have the wideouts kind of get some of those defensive backs down the field and see if they can get your running back some room over there on the outside. And they were able to accomplish that and get a first down on that play.
It was Allen that had that 96-yard touchdown catch here at Mail for PRP's only score the last time these two teams met.
Yeah, they've got a handful of guys that if you can get them the ball in some open field, they can be dangerous.
5 wide again, Allen in motion. They hand it to him running the other way this time. Has room at the 30, wrestled down to the 25-yard line. He'll pick up about 6 yards there on first down. Jerron Combs, the sophomore, able to make the tackle.
Yeah, the Panthers have actually been able to show some promise when you're not, you don't have your hands on the running back while he's in the backfield. Again, you get them a little bit of room, and they're actually able to make some positive gains.
2nd and 4 from the Mail 25-yard line. Well, Kenny Walker has to be really proud of the fight his team is showing here as we get into quarter number 2. Mitchell out of the gun. Ballard in the backfield to his left. Wings to either side. Handoff to Ballard. Picks his way to the right. Just couldn't find any room that time. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage at the 25-yard line. It'll be no gain. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, no gain on that play, but I'm going to call it a positive because he held on to the ball. They get another chance to see if they can get the ball into the end zone. And they had a solid drive on this this drive. So hopefully they can keep this thing together and hopefully get into the end zone.
3rd and 4 from the Bulldogs' 25-yard line. Mitchell has come in, had that big kickoff return, 99 yards for PRP's touchdown in this game. Has come in at quarterback and sparked the team offensively as well. Their best drive so far of the night. This will be the 6th play. 3rd and 4 from the 25. Mitchell out of the gun. Ferguson in motion. Fakes the handoff to Ballard. Runs right. Has room to that outside. Tripped up. Falls forward to the 20. And it looks like he will have the first down. Mitchell able to keep the legs churning and pick up another first down for PRP.
Yeah, he's having a solid night tonight. Even falls for the first down, and I was just about to say, it's probably a good idea to try to get Mitchell in the open field. He's dangerous out there.
Able to do that, maybe even a little improvising on that play too, but found space, got the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. This is the 7th play of the drive, matching the longest drive of the game and the longest by PRP. They started at their own 20, so they've moved 60 yards so far. Mitchell hands it off to Ballard, running left, running backwards, and he is slung down to the backfield, back near the 30-yard line. It was Jeremiah Priest who broke through, the senior, able to make the big tackle for loss.
Yeah, Jeremiah Priest, the senior, he's had a big year this year. Looked like he's 34 tackles, 7 for losses, and he's 8 for losses now. So great play by the Bulldog defense. They needed that to try to slow these Panthers down some.
It's a loss of 8 yards. It's backed up 2nd and 18 from the Mail 28. Ballard trying to make something happen, just kept running backward, and Priest able to catch up to him. Under 3.5 minutes left in the first half.
That's 2nd and long here, but Panthers have been having some pretty solid success running the ball, so we'll see what direction they go here.
Mitchell out of the gun. Ballard back there with him to the right. Wings to either side. All in motion. Faking the handoff. Fakes it twice. Mitchell keeps it. Stutter steps his way across the 30. Almost able to get out of a tackle. Picks up a couple of yards. And it was Tyson Mems that grabbed his feet and held on. Able to bring him down for the tackle after a short gain.
Yeah, got a lot of misdirection, a couple of fake handoffs, and, Mitchell decides to keep it. Man, he's got great footwork. He's got great speed, and he's running the ball hard, but just way too many Bulldogs in the backfield and too much pressure to have a positive gain on that play.
There'll actually be no gain, so it's 3rd and 18 from the 28. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Mail got to the running clock, got a 35-0 lead in the first quarter, and the clock's been moving since.
Good drive by the Panthers so far.
This has been the most extended drive we've seen in the game. This is the 9th play. Under 10 seconds left on the play clock. Mitchell out of the gun with 5 on the clock. It doesn't look like they're going to get the playoff here. They're going to have to burn a timeout. Timeout PRP with 2:01 left in this first half. It's a 42-6 Mail lead. We'll break. We're back with more after this on Glycott.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Back here at Mail. Reminder, tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics programming on Glycod. 2:01 left in the first half, a 42-6 Mail lead over PRP. And now PRP having to use a timeout. 3rd and 18 from the Mail 28-yard line. You looking for Mitchell to kind of have the ball in his hands here?
I would guess so. And let him make a decision on, what he wants to do with it. He's been one of the bright spots for him. And, again, this PRP offense looks totally different when they're not turning the ball over.
Sustained drive here. It is Mitchell. They hand it off. A little reverse. It goes to Hall. Finds a seam across the 30. Brought down from behind to the 25-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of about 3 yards, but we'll bring up 4th and long.
Yeah, that was basically a fancy reverse, and I like the call. But again, just too many Bulldogs in the backfield and just disrupting everything that the Panthers are doing right now.
4th and 16 from the 26. It would be about a 43-yard field goal, so I think PRP is going to go for it here on 4th and 16.
Yeah, that's probably their best bet.
Clock moving. Under a minute 20 left in the first half.
Yeah, I like to play where they come out and just kind of spread everybody out some. Again, just try to get one of these guys with some speed into the open field to make something happen.
So it's Mitchell in the gun. Carmelo Blaine in the backfield to his left. Handoff is to Blaine. Starts off to the right, cuts inside, and doesn't have a lot of room. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that'll turn it over on downs. Jeremiah Priest was able to wrap him up from behind, and PRP turns it over on downs for the second time here tonight.
Yeah, that's the trouble. You mentioned inside. There's just not been much there tonight for the Panthers in terms of their running game.
We'll see. Mail's not going to have to run a play here with a running clock under 30 seconds left. We'll see if the Bulldogs do. It looks like they will. It is a handoff straight ahead. A little bit of room for Courtney Jones. Gets across the 30 down to about the 32 as Leon Melvin back in at quarterback. And that will be the final play of this first half. So the Bulldogs take the lead into the locker room, trying to win and advance to the second round here at home next week against either Emmanuel or Fern Creek. Mail with a 42-6 lead over PRP at the half. We'll take a break. Our halftime show coming up next. You're watching Kentucky High School Football Playoffs here on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Halftime back here at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Mail. The Bulldogs with a 42-6 lead over PRP with Dion Reese. I'm Nick Curran, Nick Landrum, our producer, and Josh Breeden out there doing the excellent camera work here tonight. And, dominant first quarter from Mail. Got up 35-0. Saw some fight from PRP, so obviously Mail happy with the way things have gone in the first half. A big lead at halftime, but would imagine Coach Walker on the other side with PRP happy with the fight that his team showed there later in the half.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, the offense actually looked pretty decent when they're taking care of the ball. I mean, that's 42 points on the board. Half of those were turnovers, you know what I mean? Basically touchdowns handed to the Bulldogs. I mean, if you take that away, this game is, it's not as ugly as the scoreboard shows right now. But nevertheless, those turnovers do count. And, those takeaways count. And, we're at 42-6, and the Panthers have quite the hill to climb for the second half.
Yeah, turned it over on their first 3 plays from scrimmage, did PRP, a couple of fumbles and a pick 6, which we'll get in more into here in a little bit. Mail able to take advantage and got into the end zone 6 times in that first quarter and did it in a variety of ways. Saw an interception return for a touchdown, a couple of runs, some passes, really the full gamut of what Mail can do we saw on display in the first half as well.
Absolutely. They're clicking on all cylinders. I mean, I think we saw 3 quarterbacks in there, and all of them look good, completing passes, getting the ball downfield. So as a unit, the Bulldogs are really looking good tonight.
Certainly are, and fully locked in this first round playoff game. You check score scrolling across the bottom. Our scoreboard presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you. And one of those scores, we're told, first quarter, Manual and Fern Creek tied at 7, so maybe a little bit of a surprise there. We'll see how things continue with that game. The winner of that game gets the winner of this game next Friday, in the second round of the playoffs. We'll take a break. More to come here. Halftime for Male. The Bulldogs leading PRP 42-6. You're watching the high school football playoffs on Glycon.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.semin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
We continue along. Halftime here in Male. The Bulldogs leading PRP 42-6. Let's check our first half scoring summary. It's from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. And a heavy dose of male scoring early on and often. It was, just 55 seconds into the game, Tyson Kensel with that 24-yard touchdown run quickly made it 7-0. PRP, fumble in the exchange, and then we got to see Jordan Williams, who played 3 series in the first half. He took it in from 3 yards out. You talked about it. He looked pretty healthy running around out there.
He did look good. You know, there were some concerns that he might have been a little banged up, had something going on with his knee. I'm not really sure, but by his play, it looks like he's in pretty good health.
PRP ran the extra point was no good on that one, so it made it 13-0. PRP ran another play, another fumble recovered by Male. And this time it was Williams with a 16-yard pass to Sturon Davidson to make it 20-0. The next play by PRP, a pick six. Davidson picked it off, took it about 20 yards to make it 27-0. PRP then had a drive, tried a fake punt, turned it over on downs. It ended up with Courtney Jones, a 1-yard run for Male to make it 35-0. That clinched the running clock. On the next kickoff, it was Calvin Mitchell who took it 99 yards for PRP's lone score. Male 2 plays the next drive as we got to see Jansen Brumley in the game. He hit a 41-yard touchdown pass to James Clark, and that made it 42-6, and that ends up being the halftime score. That was a heck of a ball that Brumley found Clark on, hit him in stride. He was open down the field and put it right in his arms.
Beautiful play. Again, drop back and, put it right where it needed to be. Led him just perfectly, and again, he was able to bring it in and get into the end zone for the score.
And made it a 42-6 game, and that's where we are now, 42-6. It is Male leading PRP here at the half from Veterans Memorial Stadium. We'll take a break. We'll come back. The second half for Male is coming up next. You're watching Kentucky High School Football Playoffs from Glycod.
Ace Hardware is more than a store, a proud community partner. They're the place for answers to your home repair or improvement questions. Mention this ad and receive a refilled propane tank for $19.99. Visit the helpful Miller's Ace folks at any of their 4 Louisville locations: Preston Highway and Gilmore Lane, St. Matthews, Taylor Boulevard, or the West End. And remember to download the Ace Hardware app for rewards when you shop.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Getting close to the start of the second half here as Male leads PRP 42-6. One thing we did see in that first half, in terms of penalties, pretty clean. There was only one penalty in the entire half. It was called on PRP. It was a pass interference penalty, but that was the only penalty the first half. So both teams, in that regard, played very clean.
Oh, no doubt. I didn't even think about that. And we did have that pass interference, but like you said, I think we had a flag that came out at some point, but the refs waved it off. Yeah, so pretty disciplined game by both of these teams so far. And again, like I said, if PRP can take care of the football, we're not even looking at this 42-6 right now. But unfortunately, like we said, those turnovers count. And again, tall hill to climb for the second half for the Panthers.
Yeah, you're right. And, you talked about it a lot in the first half, and we talked about it at halftime. But PRP 3 straight, their first 3 plays from scrimmage, all turnovers, and they moved the ball pretty well, didn't cash in on any of their drives. A kickoff return was the only touchdown they scored, but had a 10-play drive right there at the end of the first half, turned it over on downs, had a 7-play drive where they turned it over on downs earlier as well. So they have been able to move the ball a little bit when they've been able to hold on to it, and at least without the turnovers, certainly you'd think they'd be right there more in this game, and that's very impressive given the numbers disadvantage they're at here tonight. Just didn't have many guys travel for this game, so they're really competing even though they're down in numbers.
Oh, they're definitely competing again. And when they're not turning the ball over, I mean, they've got some decent production on the offensive side. And the good thing for the Panthers is multiple guys. They've got 2 or 3 guys that have broke for some long runs. So they've got some guys that are capable. So the key for them in this second half will be see if they could get some of those guys in the open field and, they can make some plays.
PRP is going to get the ball to start the second half as well, so they'll get an early chance to try to hone things in. For Male, do you think Chris Wolf is probably pretty happy with what he's seen so far? He got to see Jordan Williams out there for 3 series looking pretty healthy, which is obviously a positive thing, and his team took control early, and he's got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes. I'm sitting here thinking, and they're clicking on all cylinders except for that kickoff return. He's not happy about that. That was probably the only lull that they had. But again, hats off to Mitchell, Calvin Mitchell. He's got some great speed and some talent, and he was able to get the ball into the end zone. But other than that, the Bulldogs have had a great night tonight.
And I'm sure, everyone looks at this matchup and has Male, rightfully so, kind of the heavy favorite coming in. They handled PRP 57-8 earlier in the season here, so it might be easy for Male to sort of sleepwalk through this one, given that, but that's not what we've seen at all. Tonight.
Oh no! Yeah, Coach Wolf is not going to let that happen. He'll be out there with all freshmen before he lets these guys sleepwalk. I mean, it's the playoffs, like you said. It's a new season, and they need to build up all the momentum they can heading into next week. Because whoever wins that Fern Creek Manual game, they're going to have their hands full.
Yeah, and at last check, we mentioned that at halftime. It was 7-7 in the first quarter there between Fern Creek and Manual. We'll see if we can get another update on that score as we move along throughout the night. But if Male holds on to win this game, they'll host either Fern Creek or Manual here last night. And I know a Male Manual game in round 2 of the playoffs could be a pretty rocking environment in this place next week if that is in fact what happens.
I would love to see another Male Manual rematch, and again, my gut's going to tell me just because of the heart of the Bulldogs and, the way Coach Wolf coaches these guys, it's not going to be 56-8 or whatever it was last week. So, I would expect much more out of the Bulldogs if they do have Manual up again next week.
And did not have Jordan Williams in that game last week, and by all accounts tonight, looked like he was feeling pretty good, looked pretty healthy to us from up here, so you would think he would be in line to be able to play in the second round game next week, which could certainly turn things around from what we saw last week there at Manual. Yeah. And having the game in this building as well.
Oh, absolutely. A home game for them. He's a senior, and again, I don't know how he's feeling, but he's looking great. There's no limp, there's no hesitation in his play out there. He's moving around and looks pretty mobile from my view.
Ready to tee it up here in half number 2. It'll be Seth Henson to boot it away for Male. He'll be kicking against the breeze now here in this third quarter as the wind continues to blow right to left. And it will be Mitchell back to return for PRP. He broke that 99-yarder for a touchdown in the first half. That's how PRP got its only points in the game.
Yeah, again, hopefully Mitchell can get this one through the back of the end zone because Mitchell showing how difficult, how dangerous he can be with that ball in his hands in the open field.
Low one against the breeze. It gets under the hands of Mitchell and goes into the end zone. So it is a touchback. And PRP will start its first drive of the second half, 1st and 10 from its own 20-yard line.
And hopefully the Panthers have settled down a little bit and, they can, take care of the ball. We haven't had any rain in a while, so hopefully it's dry out there. And they have a fair shot to move this ball down the field to start the second half.
Mitchell did not start the game in the quarterback spot. Keenan McGill did, but they went to Mitchell and really found some traction on offense with him back there. He'll stay in the game at QB here in the second half. 1st and 10 Panthers from their own 20-yard line. Ballard, saw have a couple of nice runs in that first half. He lines up to the left of Mitchell. A wing to either side once again. The handoff goes to Ferguson, trying to find space at the 20. Met there, keeps the legs turning, able to drive the pile forward to pick up a yard or two. Ja'Cory Ferguson gets positive yardage on first down.
Yeah, they're coming out there in that wing formation and, running the guy in motion, letting them get a little bit of momentum and hopefully trying to get them up one of those seams or around the outside. And, again, the Bulldogs still really looking good on defense and not allowing much room at all. Those Bulldog defenses are pretty stingy tonight.
Give them 2 yards. For 2nd and 8 now from the Panthers' own 22. Mitchell out of the gun. Ballard is back there to his right. And the handoff is to Hall, going in motion, and this time Mail able to snuff it out. Gets a couple of yards, falls forward to the 24. So it's a 2-yard pickup for Tristan Hall. It looked like a couple of Mail tacklers in on the stop. It'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, decent start for the Panthers. Again, they're holding on to the ball and about halfway to a first down. So, I'm sure Coach Walker is happy, with the start so far, but they're going to need more than this if they're going to try to get back in this game down 42-6.
3rd and 6 from their own 24. Ballard still the running back with Mitchell lined up as the quarterback. Ferguson in motion. Mitchell's going to keep it this time, running to the left. Hit before he could get to the 25 and driven back. Not much there. Looks like it'll be no gain, and it'll bring up 4th down for PRP.
Yeah, that's been the story of the night. There's just not much there. Again, it has nothing to do with these guys who are running the ball. They're running hard. They're running fast. Just not a lot of open field out there for the Panthers on offense.
Eli Fresh on to punt it away for PRP. Looks like Tyson Mims back to return for Mail. Mims has a pick 6 on defense this year for Mail. Good speed, a high looping snap. Fresh able to get the kick away. Mims tells everybody to get away from it. And it rolls into Mail territory. It's down to the 49-yard line. Mitchell downs it. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over their first drive here of half number 2.
Yeah, for a second I thought there might have been a little contact with the punter back there, but no call by the referee. Probably just some accidental, just kind of light bumps out there. But is that Leon back out for
it is.
At the quarterback position? Okay.
So Leon Melvin, the sophomore, in a quarterback to begin this third quarter. Tyson Kenzel, the running back, lines up to his left. A lineman lead onto the field here for Mail. The Bulldogs ready to go. Not going to have to burn a timeout. Is still with 10 on the play clock. The handoff goes to Kenzel. Runs ahead across the 50. Stumbles forward across the 45-yard line. He's into PRP territory. Mark him at the 43. He picks up 8 yards to bring up 2nd and 2.
Kenzel's such a tough runner. I mean, they handed that ball off. It looks like somebody, like he's got rockets in his shoes. So, even stumbled up there at the end. But he's dangerous, man, every time he gets that ball in the open field.
2nd and 2 from the PRP 43. Melvin with Kenzel in the backfield to his left. Wide out to either side. Couple of halfbacks. Looks like they're set up in a run formation again. It's a fake handoff. Melvin rolling out to the left. Keeps it himself. Has the first down inside the 40. Shoved out of bounds by Ballard of PRP at about the 37-yard line. So he picks up 5 or 6 for the first down.
Yeah, Melvin just showing he can do it all. Leon's got the arm. He's got some speed. He's a general out there on offense. And, Bulldogs offense is in good hands for the future for sure.
Yeah, we saw his arm on full display earlier, and that time he saw the legs. He's got some good speed as he got to the edge. First and 10 from the PRP 38-yard line. Melvin out of the gun. Kinzel lines up in the backfield again to his left. They run it with Kinzel. Finds room up the middle. Able to dive ahead to about the 36, a couple of yards.
Yeah, hands it off to Kinzel. I mean, and that's never a bad thing to do. It's like he's good for 3 when he touches the ball somehow, some way. It's like you give it to him and he's got 3 yards. So
he checks out, does Kinzel. Courtney Jones into the game for Mail, who we saw have a nice first half. Had a 1-yard touchdown run in that opening half.
Yeah, such a luxury when you can pull out Kinzel and bring Jones in right behind him.
He lines up as the running back. Out of the shotgun, 2nd and 8 from the PRP 36. Fake handoff. Melvin wants to throw, fires it deep downfield, and it's incomplete. Was looking for Jamil Parker, the sophomore, and maybe a little bit of a miscommunication that time.
I think we got a late flag out there. It looked like there might have been a little contact on that out there.
Yeah, pass interference against PRP. It's the second penalty of the game, and it's the second pass interference penalty against the Panthers tonight.
Wow, we might need to look into the record books. Has there ever been a game with no holding penalties?
I know, it's unbelievable. Haven't seen anything outside of the 2 pass interference calls. It will give Mail a first down to the PRP 21-yard line.
Nobody's hopped off sides. Delay a game, nothing. Wow.
Yeah, it's been clean in terms of the penalties.
Yeah, kudos to these coaching staffs.
Melvin out of the gun. Kinzel back in there. Fakes the handoff to him. Melvin keeps it running to the outside. Ballard catches up to him from behind, brings him down, lets him know about it, and that brings out the flag. It was Gavordre Ballard who made the tackle, but then got right in the face of Melvin, and that drew a flag from multiple officials. They mark it at about the 18. Would have been a 3-yard pickup, but I think they're going to tack on 15 more here.
Yeah, you got to call the flag on that play, but I don't think he meant any harm. He's just feeling good and a little bit of energy. Had to let him know, hey, I'm out here. So yeah, I like it.
Made a nice play. But the personal foul will mark it inside the 10. It's 1st and goal, Mail from the PRP 9. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. It's the 3rd penalty of the night, all against the Panthers.
Definitely puts that Panthers in a defense in a tough situation here.
Melvin keeps it running left. Around the edge to the 5, and hit hard there by 3 Panthers that sprinted over to tackle him. They mark him down at about the 3. It'll be about a 6-yard pickup.
Yeah, I think that was a designed quarterback sweep, but really good pursuit by the Panthers and beating him to that corner and not letting him get to that pylon.
Courtney Jones back in for Kinzel for Mail. They mark it at the 2. 2nd and goal from the PRP 2-yard line with under 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Melvin out of the gun. Jones in the backfield to his left.
Tough to stop Jones at this distance.
He has it, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Mail. 2nd touchdown run of the night for Courtney Jones. This one comes from 2 yards out.
Yeah, I believe that's his 2nd one tonight. And, we haven't talked about it much, and that's that Bulldog offensive line. When we started the season out, that was one of their question marks. I think this is I don't think they had any returning starters who came back on the offensive line, but they've done a great job tonight just giving Jones and Kinzel some room to run.
Junior Reese Verisco on to attempt the point after. First time we've seen Reese tonight. The kick is through. It's good. And with under 2 minutes left in this 3rd quarter, it is 49-6, Mail leading PRP. We'll step away for a break. More to come here on Glycod.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Dion Reese, recognized here, proud Male alum.
Right. Class of 93, giving me a shout out. Appreciate my man Steve Dickerson down there on the mic.
Taking care of you up here.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
49-6, Male leading PRP. Clock ticks. Verisco will kick it away for the Bulldogs. Mitchell, who ripped off the kickoff return earlier for PRP, deep to return. Verisco's kick will be playable for Mitchell. He takes it at the 8. That's something electric happened last time. Trying to find space this time, cannot. Driven down at the 24-yard line. Look like Brandon Fields in on that stop on special teams for Male.
Yeah, not a lot of room there for Mitchell, and he's dangerous back there, but I don't think those guys wanted to see Coach Wolf on Monday and after letting 2 kickoff returns go for touchdowns. So good job by those guys on the kickoff return that go around.
Looks like that's going to bring the third quarter to an end. So after 3, we head to the fourth here at Male. The Bulldogs lead PRP 49-6. The fourth quarter next. You're watching the Kentucky High School Football Playoffs on Glycon.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycon.
Fourth quarter coming up here in Male. First, remind you, if you're interested in a corporate partnership with Glycon on our high school athletics platform or have a programming idea, drop us a note at info@glycod.com. 49-6, Male leading PRP. Headed to the fourth quarter. PRP has it 1st and 10 from its own 24-yard line. And the Bulldogs poised to move on to the second round. Trying to get their 96th all-time playoff win, going back to 1964. And a potential rematch with Manual next week. We'll see.
Yeah, a lot of tradition here with the Bulldogs. It looks like they've been to 43 straight playoff appearances, looking for their 35th consecutive first-round win here tonight.
Yeah, dominant in this round. Fourth quarter underway. Handoff goes to Ballard, trying to find room running to the right. Can find none. Hit hard and driven back. He's going to probably lose a yard. The Male defense able to swarm to him to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, he's giving the effort. I mean, he's giving everything. He's looking for any seam he can find out there. There's just not much there tonight for the Panthers on offense in terms of trying to move the ball down the field.
It'll be 2nd and 11 from the Panthers' own 23. Mitchell back in there at quarterback for PRP. What a night he has had this evening. Winds up as the quarterback, running back to his left. There's the handoff. It's a reverse to Ferguson. Running left to the 15, gets to the 20, is met there, stood up, and then nothing more. And that'll be a loss, it looks like, of another yard. They tried a little trickery on the reverse to Ferguson after Blaine got it to him, but he's going to lose another yard and bring up 3rd and 12.
A little bit of misdirection with the, running a guy in motion and then handing it off and running the reverse. And I love the call, but again, when all the Bulldogs are standing in the backfield, you're going to give any play some trouble. So, I don't know, just again, that front four just really struggling tonight trying to block those Bulldogs.
3rd and 12 now, PRP from its own 22-yard line. Mitchell out of the gun, and we've seen this a time or two tonight. They split 5 wide receivers this time to the Panthers. Play clock under 10. Mitchell hands it to the motion man. Gets across the 25 down to about the 27. That's DeAndre Allen. Slithers his way for some positive yardage. Brings up 4th and about 7 here, and we'll see if PRP punts it or if the Panthers go for it.
Yeah, it's they're down pretty good. Looks like they're going to go for this. I don't see the punt team coming onto the field, so.
Why not?
Yeah.
4th and 7 from their own 27. Mitchell out of the gun with Blaine in the backfield to his left. Flips it to Ferguson. He's going to try to throw it. Heaves it as far as he can down the field, and it is incomplete. Looking for Tristan Hall. Allen wants a flag for PRP. They're not going to get it, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Looks like I saw some white jersey and some purple hands that time. Maybe not. No call by the refs, but
they just let Ja'Cory Ferguson heave that bad boy as far as he could down the field. He got to show off the arm.
He sure did. He got some nice air under that ball and got it downfield too.
And Mail, though, will take over 1st and 10 from the PRP 27-yard line.
Yeah, with 8 some odd minutes left in the game, you probably won't see any more punts from PRP. You know, that's basically their game season clicking down in front of their eyes, so they're going to go ahead and push all the chips to the table.
Jansen Brumley back in at quarterback for Mail. Courtney Jones lines up in the backfield to his right. Just over 8 minutes to go. Brumley hands it to Jones, running left. Gets to the outside, gets to the 10, and he's run out of bounds there. Another strong run from Courtney Jones. It was Ballard on the stop for PRP.
Yeah, solid run by Courtney Jones. He's running hard, and you know, him and Kinzel run very similar, kind of similar size guys, got some speed and just really run tough with the ball.
Give him 17 yards to the 10. 1st and goal, Mail from the PRP 10-yard line. Kinzel coming back into the game for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's a tough 1-2 punch for the Bulldogs at the running back position with Jones and Kinzel.
Brumley, the quarterback. Kinzel to the left of him in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Brumley keeps it, runs into a PRP defensive lineman, bounced off, and then I think the man he ran into was able to recover and bring him down. Jamari Baker helped on the stop there for PRP, a loss of 2 yards.
Not sure if that was a design run for Brummel, but not much there. Panthers do a good job of meeting him in the backfield.
2nd and goal from the 12. Brumley gets the play from the sideline, back in the huddle. Kinzel in the backfield to his right. There goes the handoff. Has room inside the 10, accelerates into the end zone. Touchdown, Mail. Tyson Kinzel with his 2nd touchdown run of the night. This one from 12 yards out.
Nice run. That was the 2nd time he's done that tonight. He starts out to the right, really not anything there. He stops on a dime, cuts back to the left, and waltzes into the end zone untouched. Really great, vision of the field and footwork and speed by Kinzel.
Reese Farisco on to attempt the point after once again. Over halfway through this 4th quarter, the kick is good. And with 5:40 to go, Mail leading PRP 55-6. We'll break. We're back with more after this on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
5 minutes remaining and the clock moving. 56-6. I beg your pardon. Short change Mail on by a point on the way out. It's a 56-6 Mail lead over PRP. And Alvarisco will kick it away. Mitchell deep to return for PRP, and this could be the final drive of this game coming up.
Yeah, I would think so, with 4:30 on the clock and just ticking. So Bulldogs up 50, so it looks like they're going to get their 35th consecutive first-round playoff victory here tonight.
Mitchell a chance for another return. Stutters his way to the right, now trying to bounce it back to the left. Just couldn't find a seam. Wrestled down shy of the 20 at about the 18-yard line, and that's where PRP will start here with just over 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, Mitchell still running hard. Really good to see even down 50 with 4 minutes to go. He's still giving it all he's got, trying to get in the end zone, which, again, speaks to the heart of the team, and that starts with Coach Walker.
Mark it at the 19-yard line, so 1st and 10 from there. Clock will be down likely inside of 3.5 minutes by the time this drive gets going. Mitchell, the quarterback. He's got the running back to his right in Carmelo Blaine. Gives it to the man in motion, running inside the number across the 20, Tristan Hall. Gets to the 21, a pickup of 2 yards.
Yeah, same theme it's been all night, just not a lot there. And, if you're at home and, are just now turning the game on, you're probably wondering why they're not throwing the ball. They're 0 for 1 tonight. That was an interception.
Yeah.
So, they
for
haven't
a touchdown, a pick six.
Exactly, a pick six, so they're not going back down that road.
And a shorthanded PRP team. Mitchell gives it to Ferguson running left. Finds a little hole across the 25. Steps out of a tackle to the 30. Finally slung down across the 30 for a first down. As Ferguson able to find some room to that outside to pick up a first down for PRP.
Yeah, I love that. And that's what this game is all about. I mean, these guys the game is over for all intents and purposes, but they haven't given up. They're still running hard out there and trying to get into the end zone. I got a ton of respect for that.
Have to respect that. 1st and 10, PRP from its own 32. Mitchell out of the gun. Blaine to his left. A wing to either side. And the handoff goes to Blaine. Nothing there. Trying to step out of it to the right, but brought down. Getting into the backfield for Mail was Caleb Kennebrew, the senior linebacker.
And he's hyped up out there, too. Got the neon gloves going tonight. I see you.
That's a good look.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Loss of 4 yards. 2nd and 14 back to the 28. Kennebrew with a tackle for loss. Under a minute and a half to go. Mitchell in the gun. They're going to go with 5 wideouts again. We've seen this a few times here tonight. Mitchell directing traffic from the line of scrimmage. Hands it off to Allen coming in motion. Races to the left and slung down. It was a nice play that time by Courtney Jones on the outside for Mail to make the tackle on the speedy Allen.
Yeah, that may just about do it for the game here tonight, depending on how quickly the Panthers can get set up. Yeah, it looks like they're going to get one more play off.
Looks like they will. 1 yard pickup, 3rd and 13 from the 29-yard line. One final play in the season for PRP. Mail will play a home playoff game next week against either Fern Creek or Manual.
They're not going to run another play.
They are not. That's going to do it. Thought maybe one more for PRP, but there won't be. And Male wins again in the first round of the playoffs. The Bulldogs march on to round 2. They defeat PRP tonight. Final score, Male 56, PRP 6. The Bulldogs back home here next week in the second round of the playoffs. 56-6 the final. We'll come back with our post-game show next. You're watching Kentucky High School Football Playoffs on Glycon.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Blind Select, not just blinds. Blind Select, not just blinds.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by HKC Roofing. For your next roof repair or improvement, contact HKC at 502-212-1081 or visit roofyourhouse.com. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed.
Well, welcome back to Male. Welcome into our post-game show. Dominant effort from the Bulldogs tonight. They defeat PRP in the first round of the playoffs, 56-6. The final score. Back with Dion Reese, I'm Nick Curran, Nick Landrum, our producer, Josh Breeden on the camera tonight. Been a fun night with this crew here. And, well, Dion, Male got out to a quick start, 35-0, really in the blink of an eye. Got the running clock going, made it a quick night. PRP showed a lot of fight, especially given the numbers game. They didn't have a ton of players, just not a lot of personnel here tonight. And fight from PRP, but ultimately Male marches on to the second round as PRP season ends at 1-10.
Yeah, I mean, you called it, and salute to the PRP, the guys that showed up tonight, the seniors on that team. A lot of these kids have been playing football since they were single digits in elementary school, and some of them won't be suiting up like this and, getting out onto a field anymore. So salute to those guys. And, they were outmatched when they walked in here at 1-9, giving up 50-some-odd points a game and only scoring 6. So it was going to be a tough night either way. But we thought that they would come out and give some fight. And, again, if you take away those 3 turnovers that they had at the beginning of the game, this is a lot closer game. And, again, they came out and put out a good fight. And, again, that says a lot about Coach Walker and how he's coaching those guys.
Male now 7-4 with the win, and the Bulldogs no hangover from a loss last week at Manual. We got to see Jordan Williams back this week, played 3 series, looked good, and a lot of good vibes for them headed to the second round next week. It looks like they'll host Manual here. Manual was up 35-7 over Fern Creek in the second quarter at last check. So a big game next week, but really sort of a get-well week for Male, and they head into the second round hitting on all cylinders.
That's exactly what it is. This is a get-well week. They've got a big game coming up next week. I mean, again, this is a little bit of a cakewalk for them, and we figured that it might be that, but next week is going to be just the opposite of that. You know what I mean? We're going to see how much heart that they have and how tough the Bulldogs are when they line up, which will more than likely be Manual Crimson.
Manual defeated Male at Manual 52-13 last week, but next week it'll be, if Manual hangs on to beat Fern Creek, Manual coming here to Male, and Jordan Williams will likely be available for Male, so we'll see how that changes things next week in the second round of the playoffs. It was a dominant effort for the Bulldogs tonight, 56-6 over PRP. More to come in our postgame next. You're watching the 6A High School Football Playoffs on Glycott.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminin.com. Seminin Realtors, always one step ahead.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycon.
56-6, Male defeats PRP tonight as the Bulldogs head to round 2, getting their 7th win of the season. They will get Manual or Fern Creek here at Male next week. Let's take a look at some final numbers, or scoring plays as it were, from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. A ton of scoring in the first half. The running clock cut down on the scoring in the second half. There were only 5 drives in the second half. Male had 2 of those, scored on both. It was Courtney Jones with a second of his 2 touchdowns, a 2-yard run late in the third quarter to make it 49-6, and then Tyson Kensel got his second touchdown of the night, a 12-yard run to make it 56-6. And we talked about at halftime everything that happened in the first half. Kensel on the first drive of the game, 3 plays, a 24-yard touchdown run to make it 7-0. PRP 1 play, a fumble, Male got it. And that led Jordan Williams to a 3-yard run. Then another fumble by PRP on the next play. Williams had a 16-yard touchdown pass to Saran Davidson. And on the next play from scrimmage, PRP with a pick 6. Davidson took it the other way for a touchdown. Male was off and running, 27-0. PRP turned it over on downs after a 7-play drive. And then it was Jones with a 1-yard run, his first touchdown. He took in a 2-point conversion to make it 35-0. That started the running clock. On the ensuing kickoff, it was Calvin Mitchell of PRP that took it 99 yards for the touchdown for PRP's lone score. Heck of an effort there. The extra point was no good. It was 35-6. And then Jansen Brumley into the game with a 41-yard hookup. Really nice pass to James Clark, the senior wideout, 41 yards, a touchdown. Male led 42-6 at the half. Got 2 touchdowns in the second half, winning it 56-6. The final score here tonight. But 3 quarterbacks played in the game for Male. They used 2 last week with Williams out. Got to use all 3 here tonight, and we saw positive things from all 3 of them. First, Jordan Williams looking healthy. We saw some Leon Melvin, got to see his arm and his wheels, and Jansen Brumley had that really nice touchdown pass as well.
Yeah, again, just really speaks to the talent, that's on this Bulldog roster that's been going on here for years. It's just tradition. They bring in good guys. They play good football, and we saw that on display here tonight.
A really strong effort from Male. Another reminder, tonight's scoreboard's presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you, and with Manual leading Fern Creek there, it looks like Manual could be coming here for a rematch with Male next week in the second round. We'll break one more time here in our postgame. We'll come back with our most outstanding players from tonight's game, and we'll wrap things up next. 56-6, Male wins it over PRP. You're watching the 6A high school football playoffs on Glycon.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
(56-6) Mail defeats PRP tonight in Mail. The Bulldogs on to round 2 of the playoffs. Manual, by the way, leading Fern Creek 42-7 at the half. So definitely looks like Manual will be in here next week for a rematch against Mail. Let's take a look at tonight's most outstanding players, brought to you by State Farm insurance agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. We'll start with PRP. The visiting team in here, Dion, and, shorthanded, but we got to see Calvin Mitchell come in 3 or 4 series into the game, be quarterback, and, he battled all night long.
Absolutely. And, again, we're going to make him the most valuable player for the PRP Panthers this evening. Not only did he, he fought all night long. You know what I mean? Literally down to the last series there. There was no give in his game. He was making everything happen that he possibly could. And I'm not sure what quarter that was, but he had was that the second quarter? He had the
quarter.
99-yard, kickoff return. I mean, that was huge. Mail takes their special teams serious. You got to earn those. So between that and him just running that offense tonight and just fighting to the very end, man, we had no choice but to give that to Calvin Mitchell, and hats off to that guy. He played a great game tonight.
Yeah, really strong effort in the final game of the season for PRP. For the Bulldogs, a slew of options. 3 guys scored 2 touchdowns, but only one had one on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, we could have easily given that to Tyson Kinzel. He had a great game tonight. So did Courtney Jones. It's like every time those guys touched the ball, it looked like they were standing in the end zone. But it was a tough choice, and, we debated back and forth, but we decided on the most valuable player for the Bulldogs as Steron Davison tonight. He scored, had a touchdown reception as well as a pick 6 on defense. So he was able to get into the end zone on both sides of the ball, and he is our male Bulldog most valuable player, most outstanding player tonight.
Both of those came in the first quarter. Back-to-back plays from scrimmage. Caught a 16-yard pass from Jordan Williams, and then on the ensuing PRP drive, first play of pick 6, Davidson took it back about 25 yards for the touchdown. So caught a touchdown pass, had a pick 6. Steron Davidson, our most outstanding player for Mail. A fun night tonight. That'll wrap things up for us. Stay tuned. Next week, a lot to be finalized in the playoffs. Be sure to go to glycod.com for a look at next week's playoff coverage as, everything will be set here by the end of today, and you'll have an idea coming up in the coming days and over the weekend what you'll be able to catch here on Glycod next week. But for now, Dion, a pleasure. It was so much fun.
Absolutely, no doubt. My first go time around, man, and looking forward to the next time.
That's right. Likewise. It's been fun with the entire crew here. For Josh Breeden out working the camera in the elements for a lot of the night tonight, doing a great job out there. Producer Nick Landrum, and for Dion Reese, I'm Nick Curran. Thanks so much for being with us. Again, the final, Male 56, PRP 6. Until next week's playoff action here on Glycod, have a great night, everybody.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. UA Local 502 and the Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky. We do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Red Ball Recycling, your premier metal recycling solution. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. German American Bank, building our community since 1910. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. And by Interstate Batteries and Holy Smokes Barbecue.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.